Well, today I'm going to be looking at the Hyundai here. It seems to have an issue with the battery. It won't hold a charge. Could be a parasitic drain, but I'm leaning towards the battery itself. Something wrong with that, so I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. It's been sitting for about a day. We'll see how good it does, and then take it in the shop and take a look at that battery. As you can see, it started pretty slow there, so I'm just going to go ahead and drive it in the shop, and we'll pop to it and check the voltage. Yeah, power steering don't want to work too good early in the morning when it's cold like this. I've had it running for a little bit, so I'm just gonna turn that back and then let that heater run for a little bit, drain whatever surface charge it got on the battery off, and then we should be able to get a little more accurate voltage test on the battery. Alright, that's probably good enough. Let's close up the shop and get to it. Well, I got the car in here and gone ahead and looked over the fluids and everything, and went ahead and put my tester on there, and I've got 12.3 volts, which isn't fully charged. And I was looking at the battery, and it's one of those wonderful maintenance-free ones, so it's not as easy as just popping the caps to look at the water. And this one appears that they didn't punch out the numbers there to tell you when it was installed in the vehicle, so no help there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire it up, and we're going to look at the voltage and just see if it's, you know, within range. I don't have a load tester for the charging system or the battery, so that test is kind of out of the question, but I can at least look at the voltage and see if it's charging at all. Just a quick check here. Let's see what we got. And make sure these suckers are on there. Wow. 11.45, that don't seem right. Let's hold these on the battery itself. Yeah, I'm only getting 11.48 volts, so it would appear that my battery is not charging at all. It's kind of amazing that it's lasted this long. Now that belt could definitely have an effect on it. You can hear it squeak. I might have to see if I can tighten that up or not. I'm going to go ahead and turn off any of the loads I have. I don't want to run this for too long, but turn off the heater there, and I'm not really sure how you turn the radio off. Well, whatever. Radio will be fine. Well, the belt stopped squeaking at least. There we go. 14 and a half. No, that's pretty good. I'm going to turn the heater back on, and we'll see what it charges at if that belt starts acting up again. Well, still 14 and a half, so I'm guessing that that belt is just too loose. It's not allowing it to charge all the time. So I will see if I can replace this battery with this one over here. It's a little bit bigger than what's in it, but it looks like there's room. Yeah, see if I can tighten up this belt, but the problem with that is I made this bracket for it because the original one broke, and that would be how you would tighten it. So I may have to elongate one of these holes and see if I can slide it over a little bit or something. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Well, hopefully you can hear me over the heater, but I've got my bracket off, and I forgot that I had already elongated that hole, and this bolt was actually sticking near this end of it, so I should be able to just take a pry bar and pry that alternator back and then tighten it up closer to this position, and I should be fine. So I'm going to throw this bracket back on and do that and see if we can't tighten the belt. Well, I think it's already taken a toll on my battery, and it might be junk. or getting there, so I'm still going to replace it with that one if I'm able to, if that fits. I'm still going to go ahead with that, but see if I can't tighten this belt and get rid of that squeak. Well, I've gone ahead and I've put that bracket back on and tightened up the belt, and yeah, I fired it up and it doesn't squeal anymore. Sounds good. The one concern I do have though is this belt. I don't know how well you can see it, but the ribs on the inside of the belt there are pretty worn down from one, slipping a lot and making that noise, and two, I don't know how well you can see it, but that alternator is just a tad bit cocked to the side, so it's not a straight shot for the belt, but that's not something I'm going to worry about right now. I suppose I could try to fashion a bracket to the back. I don't remember what it originally all had holding it together, but you know what, for now that'll work. So that's good, and it doesn't squeal anymore. I also went ahead and I installed this larger battery. Just barely fit in there. A little bit of a clearance issue there, but it does fit. I don't have it bolted down because well, I just didn't feel like bolting it down. The old battery actually had a block of wood sitting in there holding the battery in, so this ought to be alright. And it's got about double the cold cranking amps of the last battery, and it's fairly new, so should crank this thing up for many years to come, hopefully. Well, looks like I'm all done with this thing for right now. I went ahead and threw a half a quart in. It was a little low. Put 10W30 in. Usually I would use 5W for a car like this, but this one has a tendency to go through oil, so I figure thicker maybe it'll go through slower, whatever. And I probably should change the oil on it, because I haven't changed the oil on it since I've owned it, which has been, well, I think I bought it in August, but whatever. Let's get it outside. Well, alright, let's fire it up and see what happens. I'm going to take it for a little bit of a test drive, make sure everything works okay, and make sure the squeal is gone and it doesn't come back, and then I figure if the belt's going to snap, it'll probably do it right after I tightened it, so within the first few miles, I guess. So we're going to just drive it around and make sure it don't snap. Starts up good. Suppose I don't need the heat yet, so let's get it out of here. Power steering works a lot better now, because that's all tight. Well, I think it's fixed. If it breaks, I'll come back.